Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Berube here on this Tuesday, right? Lovely Tuesday in January 2022. Hopefully, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing every single day so far this year. We are very fortunate today from the Southwest office to have Realtor Extraordinary. As a matter of fact, I just went to her big party not too long ago for being the president of Women's Council. That was exciting. What a great setup you guys had with all the crazy creatures and people there. It was awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bobbie Gaudet. Yes, Bobbie Gaudet. Bobbie Starr. Sorry. Bobbie Starr. Wow. Do you know who I just called you? I called you an agent that I used to work with back in New England, Bobbie. Oh, my God, that's terrible. Bobbie Starr, ladies and gentlemen. Huh?
What was Bobbie's last name?
Gaudet. Isn't that weird?
Bobbie
I called
Gaudet.
Yeah.
Maybe our dad is a rich guy and, maybe he's my father.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you went to different schools together, right? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Bobbie Dust, welcome and wonderful to have you here. Start off by telling us a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this, and all that good stuff, please.
Okay, so my name's Bobbie Stardust. I have been with Berkshire Hathaway for going on 12 years. I've been in the business almost 23, selling residential real estate in Las Vegas.
Awesome. And how was last year to you? It looked like you had a pretty good year last year.
Yeah, considering I do a lot of extracurricular activities, real estate related, and considering my time was completely taken up with that, we had a pretty good year. But
Good.
I think, you know what, if you're breathing, I think most agents had a really good year.
Yes, I know. And you know what? It's really funny you say that because you've been doing this a long time and so have I. It's interesting that some of the newer agents actually believe this is the way it's always going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would it be nice? I'm not even sure because sometimes
No.
it gets. Yeah.
Actually, this is the market that I like the least. I like a traditional market where I know what's going to happen and I can find houses for my buyers and sell houses at, market value. And yeah, I prefer a traditional market over today's market, but I'll take it. I'm not complaining. I'll take it.
Yeah. Like where there's like maybe 2.5, 3 months of inventory on the market. Las Vegas, that'd probably be about what? 12, 15 instead of 2,500.
Where people are paying normal commissions.
Right.
They're appreciating our service. They're not looking to save a buck where they're actually, on the commission where they're saving nothing, which we all know that as experienced realtors, but our clients don't always understand that. So yeah, traditional market is so much better.
Yeah. And then there are people out there that are willing to, do it for almost nothing, which is crazy because they don't do anything and it's not good service. But you can't really fight them. You know this by being involved with the board. It's called price fixing. If they don't think they're worth anything, you got to let them believe they're not worth anything. It's very frustrating.
They can prove themselves. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly right. All right. So I want to get into this question. I know you do a lot of things. You mentioned it earlier too. Stuff outside, some leadership, some community stuff. Tell us a little about that and what you're doing. I'd love to hear that.
Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is my involvement with the LVR, which is, if you're in another state, that's our local association. And it's something that I didn't get involved with until I was in the business for about 17 years. And obviously it was the right time because I would have done it sooner had it been the right time. It has enhanced my business tremendously. And it kind of depends on the brokerage you work for nationwide. Sometimes you work for a brokerage that is anti-giving back, anti-spending time at the real estate board, anti-doing any of that because then it's taking away from you selling and making your brokerage money. I fortunately happened to work for a brokerage with a past president, Aldo Martinez, who supported me and encouraged me to get involved with our community. I have made a lot of money in this business. It's been very, very good to me. I've made the best friends. I've made friends that are now family. I've made more money than I think I ever thought I could make. I have a lifestyle that I don't think when I was 20, I ever dreamed that I could have. And it's because of this amazing community that I work in. So about 5 years ago, I decided to start slowly getting involved and to give back. And it honestly has been the best thing that I have done to date in my real estate career. And I would encourage anybody that's thinking about, I thought about sitting on a committee or, I thought about joining an organization, but no one's reached out to me and I don't know how to do it or it's going to take too much of my time up. call me. Call me directly. I'm in everybody's directory. I would be more than happy to guide you and help you get started in a way that it's not gonna take away from your business and your personal life, but you can dive in and go as deep as you want, or stick your toe in the water. But I encourage everybody to get involved.
Yeah. I think that's so awesome. And I agree with you too. Aldo's been involved for a long time. Jack Woodcock, I saw him at the event that you were at, the installation of the new president. I saw the most fun I had recently was the Women's Council of your party that you have there.
My installation.
Yeah, that was awesome. Did you, it looks like that group of women that that the whole board and so forth, looks like you guys are really tight.
We are. It's the 2022 board, and it was our installation. It wasn't just mine. It was my idea. I wanted to do something, a theme, and not wear prom dresses and eat cold steak, and you know how banquets can be. So I decided to do a 1920s circus theme, and we had little people. We had a true bearded lady. We had the strong man. We had a lot of carnival acts. We had a burlesque group that came on 3 times throughout the night and performed burlesque. It was by far the best installation personally that I've ever been to, but I've heard that from people that have spent $50,000-$60,000 on their installations. Ours didn't cost that much, and it was off the charts. As you
Yeah,
know, you were there.
I was there. My wife Tina's like, this is the best realtor party I have ever been to. Because
Yes, it was costume,
yeah,
which
it was
makes a difference.
right. I came in costume too. I had my little gangsta going. She had her flapper dress on. You guys were incredible. I mean, the amount of time and effort that went into all the dresses and all these costumes I saw was incredible. It was a lot of fun, and it was very. It had a little bit of an old style Vegas twist to it too, which I like. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I have an event coming up. I'm the president, by the way, of Women's Council of
Yes.
Realtors, the Las Vegas chapter, and we do a couple free membership events every year. And our first membership event, which is going to be in June 16th, I have a surprise. Well, it's not going to be a surprise because I'm going to spill it right now. I have rented out the Mob Museum, and we are going to have tours of the museum, and then the speakeasy, which is downstairs. They opened up a bar, and it's going to be closed just for the Women's Council members. And it's an appreciation event. It's free, and it's a mix and mingle. And back to being involved in a market like we have that we're currently in. And I've experienced this type of market multiple times in my 23 years of real estate. It's about who you know, and getting involved in organizations, and at your local level, at your state level. It really helps you when you're writing offers against, there's 20 offers and you call the agent and you know who it is. It really is a leg up. And so for that reason alone, I encourage you to get involved with something, some type of organization. You don't have, I also sit on the state board. I'm a director for the Nevada State Board of Realtors. You don't have to get that involved.
Mm-hmm.
But once you do, once you dabble, it's addicting. And like I said,
Give them an idea of a couple of the boards at LVR that they could serve on. What?
okay, well, we have one board at LVR, and that's a board that you run for. But prior to doing that, it's funny that you asked, because I have this list, as I'm going to be hosting a luncheon. Well, Women's Council is going to be hosting a luncheon in April, and I'm going to invite what we consider industry partners to sit on a panel so that all the Women's Council members can hear who does what. So I'll read off a list because I just got it yesterday. We have AREA, AREAA. I don't even want to say what it is, because heaven forbid I say the wrong thing. But these are all industry partners. That's an Asian, I don't even know the right word because I'm so afraid to say anything wrong, but it's an Asian-based organization. We have NAREP, which is Latinas and Latinos. We have RRC and CRS, which most everybody knows what that is. To get your CRS, it's an extension of your real estate license, and it's classes that you take to become a CRS professional realtor. We have VA Rep, which is geared towards veterans. And VA Rep, for instance, doesn't cost you much to become a VA Rep member. You can actually take one of their classes, which I believe is 8 credits, a CE class. It gets you a designation with VA Rep, and it's all about VA loans. So you can do something that easy. We have 2 LGBTQ real estate alliances. One is LGBTQ and one is NAGLREP. And Gordon could probably shed light on that as he was the chairman of that committee. I don't know if he still is, but there's so many different organizations. There's fun things you can do at the board. You can do community outreach where you organize golf events and feed the homeless and help teenagers with clothing. You can be on the MLS committee, which helps us create the MLS. What do realtors need to see? What's more helpful for us? You can be on quality control. Those are the people that slap our hands when we do something wrong. There's the list goes on. You can call LVR. You can go in Las Vegas, and I'm sure it's the same in every association. You can go onto your association homepage, which is different than MLS. It's different than where we search for properties. It's the lvr.org page. And there's a list of all different committees you can join. And most of them aren't appointed, and you can just show up to the meeting and now you're on the committee. There are a couple that are appointed. I was just the chairman of the grievance committee last year, and that one is appointed by the president, and then professional standards, which I'm on this year, and that's also appointed. Besides that, you have to show up to one meeting and boom, now you're a part of a committee.
Yep. And then I remember RPAC. I was on my RPAC board in my local MLS before. That's
RPAC's really important.
Yeah, it really is. Haiti will tell you that too. We know Miss Haiti.
We're so lucky that we have Haiti. I mean, honestly, but RPAC, you guys, I'll touch on this. I don't know how much time I have left, but when you join a committee like RPAC or Community Affairs, which is another one, it shows you the things that our lobbyists are doing for us to keep us safe as realtors, to protect homeowner rights, to protect rent fixing, and by doing that, obviously they have to get paid. And there's a little mark on the bottom of our renewal every year, and it's $50 that we offer to pay. And my suggestion would be is don't check that you don't want to pay that, because you're honestly cutting your own throat. And if every realtor that is listening to this would just pay that $50, we wouldn't need RPAC because we would have enough money. But not understanding what the the lobbyists do for us, a lot of people opt to not pay that. They think, why am I giving them an extra $50? Because it means the world to our industry.
Right. They protect us and so forth. Yes. And put the right people in office. All that good stuff, which, like the homeowner deduction for interest and taxes and things like that. So all those little things that aren't little, they're actually big when it's all put together. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, Bobbie. I really, it's such a great, and it's a lot of work. I can hear the amount of work and so forth. So, it's awesome that you're doing that. I really appreciate it. Now, someone listening to this today, okay, to be, you've been doing this for a while now and being very successful, tell them, give them a couple of tips. Maybe your top 3 things you would tell them to focus on to be really good in this business. And if you've already said a couple of them, you can repeat it for sure.
Well, for me, it's my communication with my sphere. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but I don't advertise. I have never advertised. I have and I don't suggest that people don't advertise. I should advertise. I would be doing 10 times the amount that I'm doing currently. But because I stay in contact with my past clients, my relationship with about 85% of them since the beginning of my business is priceless. It's my book of business that I couldn't even put a price tag on. And that to me is the most important thing that you can do, is have that real personal touch. And I mean, that's what people want, whether we all think shit's going to go to hell and because of the iBuyers, it's not the case. People like human touch, and that's what I pride myself on. And I have a great book of business. And so number 1, take care of your sphere. Number 2, know a loan program, know a few loan programs, know what the limits are, know what V8 allows you to do and doesn't allow you to do. So when you're talking to a prospective buyer or a seller on a listing appointment, you can show them that you know what the hell you're talking about. And that will win over any discount broker all day long. And number 3, what is number 3? Get involved. Get involved with your community.
Get involved with your community. Get involved with your local board.
Network.
Yeah, even here as a company, we do the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. We do all kinds of different things where you can go, help serve them dinner, homeless people and so forth, which I've done several times. We also have, what's that one called? Angel We have a bunch of I can't think of the name right now, but we have a bunch of
that Berkshire Hathaway supports.
yes, yes.
Right. And LVR has a whole bunch more that they support, such as the rescue mission and just allowing yourself an hour a month to go donate your time. The connections you're going to make are, I'm just telling you, the next time you're up against 10 offers, call me because I probably know the other agent and I could probably get the house. And I'm not bragging, but it's because I put myself out there. And if I could tell anybody to do anything, get to know your real estate community. You know, my old broker at Century 21 used to say, don't go to lunch with realtors. They're not going to provide you business. That is so untrue. Go to lunch with realtors, make connections so that you can get your deals accepted. It's important in this market.
So your offer goes from the 10th to the top, okay, just because they know you. Yeah, and it's true, and people would love to deal with people they know. I mean, it's just human nature, right? Of course. Right. So I love it. I love it. Give back, all the good things that you said today, Bobbie. I really appreciate your time. Any final words you want to leave these wonderful people?
No, get involved, guys. Get involved in a community outreach program. Get involved in your community and your real estate community. You will not be sorry that you did that, and you don't have to spend a lot of time, but get involved.
All right, I'll do that. And you have to tell them because that picture behind you is awesome.
So I'll show it to you. Hold on. So I have a client who did artwork and dolls we have a showgirl museum here in Vegas. And my client, Karen Jajkowski, created these showgirl dolls. And that's one of the dolls that she created. It's a painting, but she created a doll.
She's talented.
Yeah.
She's talented. Yeah. And the other thing I wanted to mention was the Mob Museum. If you haven't been there recently, folks, that place is awesome. What a great place to have a party.
Yeah.
Or appreciation party, as you said.
Well, it's a party. Nevertheless, it's a party.
Well, I was just trying to be, politically correct. That's all. Yeah. Bobbie, you're awesome. Love you. Thank you very much for taking your time out today. You're the best.
Everybody.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.